Hello everyone, my name is Rawad from XDA-TV, and today we're going to add a button to our application so that the Hello World text will be changed to How are you world. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this video is a continuation of the previous video on how to start making an app. The link is in the card and in the description down below. So we have this Hello World project. Go to App, go to Res, go to Layout, and then double click the Activity Main XML. This is the Activity Main XML, so this is the layout of your application. You can see that the Hello World text is already here. This is a text view, so if I select the text view here, this is selected. You will notice that there's no ID for this text view, so we cannot control it at all. Let's give it an ID. Let's call it text view ID. And then hit enter to apply this ID. Now, as we said in the intro of this video, we're going to add a button to change this text to another string. So drag the button onto your layout. I like this to be vertically centered, so add these constraints here by just clicking and dragging this to the edge, and then constrain it at the top as well, and then drag it to the bottom so it looks just right. Now you'll notice that this button has a button ID, but we'll change this to literally button ID, so it would be clearer later on. Now we don't want this to say button, we want this to say change, so in the text property, make it say change. Great, now our button says change. So now let's make this button change the text to how are you world. In order to do that, we're going to use some Java code. If you don't know any Java at all, you can go over to our depot.xda-developers.com. We currently have a Java programming language course 2017 at 92% off. It was $195, now it's $15. So head over to any of the links down below that'll link you to the XDA depot and check out the courses over there. Now inside app, go to the Java folder, go to your Hello World project, and then double click main-activity.java or just main activity. So the main-activity.java tab will open up, and here is your Java code by default. We're going to leave this alone. Inside the main activity class, right here, we're going to declare this text view that we need to edit. So type in text view TV. Of course, whatever libraries you want to import, just import them using the left click to select what you want to import, and then hit Alt Enter, and then click Import Class. Now we want to tell Android that this text view right here is linked to our TV variable. In order to do that, inside the onCreate method, add this line, TV equals text view, find view by ID, and then big R dot ID dot text view ID, or the same ID that we gave to this text view right here. Don't forget the semicolon, of course. So now Android knows that TV is linked to this text view that says Hello World currently. So whatever we do to TV will affect Hello World. Now, in order to make this change button change the Hello World into How are you world, we're going to create another method. Let's call it change text. So inside the public class main activity, but outside the onCreate method, so right here, add public void change text view v, and then open up and close the brackets. Of course, it'll nag that view isn't imported, so click on it and hit Alt Enter Enter. Now inside this method, we need to change TV and set its text to How are you world, so that whenever we call the method change text, TV will be How are you world. The code for this is tv.setText, and then inside quotes, How are you world. Of course, don't forget the semicolon again. Now go back to the layout XML here, click on the change button, and in the onClick property, click the drop down arrow and choose change text from the main activity. This will tell Android that whenever we press this button, change text inside the Java code will be called. The text for the TV variable will be changed to How are you world, and since TV is a text view that's linked to the text view ID, and this text view has the same ID, hello world will be changed to how are you world. See how everything is linked together? So now that you've done all of this, click the shiny green button. After some time, you'll see that your application is updated and it'll open up on its own. And if I click the change button, the hello world text view is now saying how are you world. So great, now you know how to create a button and assign it a task. So when you press that button, it'll do something. In the next video, we're going to learn how to create a new activity or a new screen and transition between the first activity, the main activity, and the secondary activity. As an added bonus to this video, we're going to learn how to create a virtual device so that you can use your computer and only your computer to build your own apps without needing an extra Android device. So to do that, in the Android Studio, go to Tools, Android, and AVD Manager. AVD stands for Android Virtual Device. So Android Virtual Device Manager will open up. At the bottom left, create a virtual device. Since I'm in love with a thing called Nexus 6P, I'm going to create a Nexus 6P virtual device. Click the next button and then give it a system image so that it will load this system image. As a matter of fact, none of those are downloaded for me. So I have an x86 image that is Nougat based. I select that and click next. You can change some configuration here like portrait or landscape mode or something like that. There's also advanced stuff like how much RAM you want to assign to it and how much storage. After you're done all of that, you can just hit the green play button to launch this Android virtual device. And if you want to test your app on this device, you can just hit the play button. The select deployment target will open up and you can just hit the virtual device here and click OK. The virtual device will automatically open up and the application will automatically open up as well. So that's a good thing. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new, like changing a text view using a button. Also subscribe to my channel for more rants on stuff that you shouldn't be ranting about, like Android's encryption. This was Rawad from XDA TV, and well, I'll see you soon.